everyone. Today I'm going to discuss on the what is the importance of carbon finance in EV ecosystems. So as every sectors, because right now everybody is talking about the climate change. If in the morning, when in the first half, we are discussing about that what is the requirement if you have to explain in one word. So everybody is talking about they don't want plastics, they don't want clean energy, they want energy transition. So like that, everybody is looking for the sustainability. In what we can say, everybody is looking for the sustainability right now. So through this carbon finance or carbon credits, every EV manufacturer can generate EV manufacturer can generate some additional revenue without investing anything from their existing systems. So this carbon finance or carbon credit playing a major role for their upcoming future and reduce the cost of the project cost by getting the carbon finance. Before going into that, I would like to introduce a quick introduction of the Kosher Climate. Kosher Climate is established in 2012, and the main services are, we are in carbon reduction services, climate action, as well as in sustainability. If looking into that, we have done almost 300 plus projects is managed by the Kosher Climates, mainly 15 gigawatts portfolio in renewable sectors, and apart from that, we are also working in different multiple sectors like electrical vehicles, agriculture, nature-based solutions like plantation, afforestation, waste to energy, as well as the waste management. Apart from carbon credits, we are also working in water credits as well as the plastic credits, so and the plastic recyclings. These are our some other few verticals apart from the carbon hydrogen, but I would like to skip this. Talking about the global presence, if you see that we have the global presence we are apart from India, we are working in Southeast Asia and doing the different types of project in different sectors like if we are talking about the ARR and wind, hydro. Sorry. Apart from this, we are also working with the on the policy framework with Laos and Colombia governments, and doing some RED Plus project in Colombia and Laos. So, what is the carbon market and what are the carbon credits? Basically, carbon markets. When we are talking about the carbon credits are nothing but these are the certified and tradable carbon certificates, which are equivalent to 1 ton of CO2 reduced from the atmosphere. So whenever we are reducing 1 ton CO2 from the atmosphere, we are generating 1 ton, one credit from a project. So all the sector, as I told you, that renewable energy, agriculture, NBS, community-based projects, all these projects can generate carbon credits. For these carbon credits can be certified by some standards, or they have to follow protocols or set of rules to showcase that, yes, these carbon credits are really real, permanent additionality. So there are two types of carbon markets. One is voluntary carbon market, another one is compliance carbon market. When we are talking about the compliance carbon markets are like participated by those entities who required to reduce their emission by any mandate or legal mandate by the particular government. And for those, they required host country approval to register their project in any of the mechanisms. While in voluntary carbon markets, only those entities is participating or can generate credits, which are voluntary doing all these things to meet their sustainable self-defined goal, to do to enhance their acceptability, their and to enhance their acceptability, and also achieve the goal of their sustainability. Uh, These are some of the few sectors which is covered under this. Apart from this, as I told you earlier, apart from waste handling, renewable energy sector, transportation is the another sectors where we can generate the carbon credits as when we're talking about the EV or battery charging system by lithium, etc. We are reducing the carbon emissions. So these type of project can generate the carbon credits. There are some few carbon credit mechanisms. Although there are 100 plus carbon credit mechanisms through which we can issue the carbon credits, but out of which there are, if you see from the statistics, that CDM, gold standard, and VCS, these are the most acceptable and oldest carbon credit mechanism where. So if talking about, because we are talking about the EV sectors, so in EV sector, because we can register our project in gold standard as well as in VCS. The price in both the sectors are very high as compared to any other sectors. And if you see from that, most of the projects is till date is registered either in CDM, VCS, or gold standard. But because CDM in the transition phase, and we are not right now, they are not registering any project in CDM. So for the EV sectors, there are two carbon mechanisms available where we can generate, register our project and generate the revenue by issuance of the carbon credits. The crediting period is also different as per the carbon mechanism. In CDM, we can register our project for 7 years, and then there is a renewal for another 2 years. While apart from that, we can go for the fix also, but in gold standard, we can register our project for 5 years, and there is a renewal of 2 years. So it means that in gold standard, we can register our project for 15 years. But looking into the economics, means the price of the gold standard is always high as compared to any other mechanism. So if our project is eligible like that, because there is a eligibility also in this sector, in this mechanism. So if our project is eligible, then rather we are going for 15 years of crediting period, we can generate more revenue from this, register our project in gold standards. Although the carbon credits, we are generating a great revenue from this carbon credits, but the timeline to register a project in a carbon mechanism is very, very lengthy. So it is almost taking 2 years to 2.5 years to get the first monetization from the carbon mechanism. See, if you see that almost 4 months is required to listing a project in any of the mechanism, and then there is a huge time is required for almost 6 months for validation and registration of any project in particular mechanism. So time is almost 12 months is required for minimum time is required for registration of a project. After that, once registered, we have to identify that how much credits are generating or issuance of emission from this particular projects. So for same, we have required almost 6 months for monitoring, in which if you see in the figure, almost every sector is participating in the carbon markets except EV or transportation, we can say. If you see that most of the sector have done 20 millions of credits till date only in 4 carbon registry and almost 7,000 projects. But if looking into the EV, there is only 1 million credits has been issued till date, and only 81 project has been registered. But we are very sure that in coming years, this size will be increased, and we are, because as the targets of every EV manufacturer are very high, and there is some development in battery manufacturer also. So we are looking that in near future, it will achieve almost same, which is forestry and land use, which is highest, more than 700 million credit has been issued till date after the renewable sectors. Carbon market is very volatile. We have seen lot of up and downs. But apart from the volatility, the carbon value, although we are saying that when we are saying 1 ton CO2, 1 ton CO2 emission reduction means carbon category is equal to 1 ton CO2, but depends on the different parameters. The value of carbon credits are very different. Like if you see, there is what is the project category, what is the demand. Demands is everywhere, means supply and demands everywhere, value will be changed. But apart from that, what are the permanence, the parameter, what are the location of the project, which technology we are working, what is the value, it will decide that price of the carbon credits. Like I would like to give the one example, that in carbon capture, if we are doing the carbon capturing, okay, carbon capture or plantation of a project, the price is almost 20 times than the renewable sectors, okay. And if we are talking about the comparison of EV sector or the renewable energy sector, the EV sector, the price is almost double because the technology is different and it is the emerging technology. While renewable energy is also almost achieved, and there are the price of renewable energy is almost equivalent to the utility sectors. And then locations. If we are implementing a project in least development country, and if we are implementing a project in India or some other countries, like developed countries, the price is almost half, and sometimes projects are not eligible to register in the carbon mechanism. So looking into the past price trends, we have seen, as I told you, that we have seen a lot of up and downs in this market. The price, right from the beginning of this market, in 2003, the price was something around $1 per credit, and it has achieved 18 euro per credit in 2012. But there is a sudden plump, and the price was almost 40 cents. So you can see, within 1 year, the price was from $18 to 40 cents. Okay, so that system pattern will remain same up to 2021, and then there is a demand, because if we are in future, why we are in future, we are looking at this, because in future, now every country is looking for some net zero, CORSIA scheme are there. When we are talking about the CORSIA means aviation sectors are also now participating in the reduction of the carbon emission, and there is a huge demand from that sector. So in near future, we are looking that there is a huge demand, and the carbon price will be increased by something around $25 to $50 in near future. So if a EV project registered in the carbon market of in any mechanism, then there is a chances that because if we are talking about the two-wheelers or three-wheelers, they are generating, although they are generating 0.3 to 0.5 carbon credits per vehicles, but the price, if you suppose the price is something around 20 to 50 cents, so for next 21 years, a EV project where because they are looking for the huge production, we can think that they can generate $100 million per year from the registration of their project in carbon sector. Okay. So these are some of our main clients with whom we are working with. So most of them from the renewable sector, because from 2012 to 21, mainly we are working with all these players. Thank you.